This entire album is, in a good way, sort of a slap in the face. Skål everybody, and welcome back to another video in the series of getting everything done before the virtual concert end of this week. So usually when I start my videos for this series, I say something in lines of, I have prepared, I read the lyrics, and I give a lot of thoughts during the video. Sorry for that. I decided to try and do it a little bit different this time, and take you along with a bit of the preparation. So what I'm going to do right now, if you don't want, I'll make sure that you have a little time thingy where you can skip to the actual reaction. But what I want to do is take you with me when I dissect the lyrics a little bit. It's only going to be a few minutes because I have already read them and I already have my thoughts. But I'm going to give them to you prior to actually reacting to the song. So how about that? I'm going to scoot over a little bit so there's room for the lyrics up here. So take my mic with me. You see that little boom arm, which is amazing. But now there's room there, here, for the lyrics. So what you see in this one is like a cradle Earth. So this is like a newly formed Earth. There is no life yet. There's nothing yet. Horizons unseen. So there are horizons, but there's nobody yet to see it. Right? Nobody is there yet, so it can't be seen. New world for the thirst of the arcane. We are singers of the gone. So this, I think, like we remember as along came life. I think this is sung from the perspective of the stars, basically as being celestial beings, like almost like the divine. That's what I'm thinking. Going to the next one, Cradle Earth, Horizons Unseen. It's a bit of the same. Birth of one and a zillion sideshows. So early things are developing. So there's a lot of things going on. Not necessarily life yet, but stuff is going on. So there's one major thing, and there's a lot of things to the side that is going on. So all in all, things, a procession, things are being set in motion towards the forming of life. And that's that first acorn. Like if you remember, I think, was it Pan? No, it was Harvest, where they were singing about the very first grain. I think the acorn in this case is the very first grain. So the very first plant seed that came into life. Not necessarily an acorn, but the very first seed that sprung to life. That's what I'm thinking. Another birth, another moss green, new world, and thirst for the unseen. An empty zoo. So yes, the green has arrived. Like there's moss, there's the grasses, the plants. So there is green life, vegetation. So the zoo, as in the planet, the stage has been set for life, as in animal life, but it isn't there yet. We will have a visit as long as along came heartbeat. I'm sorry for that. Like there's a theory, and it's not just a theory, but I think most people will know that we actually come from the stars. Like we are made from stardust, basically. And I think that is what they're singing about right now. Right there. We'll have a visit as along came heartbeat. So we are coming by, like the stardust has arrived, and with us comes life, the heartbeat. Another birth, another monster, endless forms towards the stronger menagerie of a new world order. We held our breath as along came suffering. So the animals are roaming the earth. Carnivores, herbivores, everything is there. And with carnivores comes the hunt. Right? And I think that's the suffering that they're singing about. But a menagerie of the new world order. So that's, I think, if you combine that with towards the stronger, I think if you combine all of that together, we're talking about, like, not necessarily the survival of fittest, yes, obviously, but also what Darwin is talking about, like those that are adapted best will inherit the earth, basically. I think that's sort of where we're going. We remember Father Bikaya gave the way as along came Sapien. So Sapien, obviously, is us, humans. Humans are the Sapiens. Father Bikaya being the first, or the missing link, so some sort of eel-like being that is our earliest ancestor, as people theorize. The Cradle Earth, still a cradle, welcoming its newborn, which is obviously us. Aeons since that first acorn. I think Aeons is one of the words that Thomas likes a lot, because I see that a lot. So it's obviously, this is a very long time since that very first grain. Such worlds were there, Zeus dead again. So a lot of death, apparently. Wait, I'm missing one. Together now in this timeless parade, that's the procession, because the procession basically is one being after another, right, in this case. So it's a long line of, in this case, events leading up to something. The living lie, dead afraid. Then they saw the moon and found caring. We remember as along came riding. I think that this is sort of the birth of religion. Remember when they sang about the god of gaps? I think this is the birth of religion, because they saw the moon and they sort of found their lunar mother, so a divine being, and thus you're no longer afraid because a mother cares. And I think that's that sentence or that paragraph. Such worlds were there. Zeus dead again. After all, we should have never appeared. Spaceship Earth through the fields of time. They understood as along came wisdom. So I think this is the disappearance of religion, right? Spaceship Earth. So in comes science, basically, an understanding of the world. They understood as along came wisdom. So with that, and a lot of death, we should have never disappeared. And I think this is the stars as being the celestial divine being. We now understand that the stars aren't the actual divine beings. They are balls of gas floating around in the galaxy, really far away. I think, if you have a different interpretation, then let me know, by all means. But this next part just sort of strengthens my belief in this. We have been here a while. At the end of Pi, as along came harvest. Harvest, they sang about this. We interpreted, or I did, sort of as death coming. So at the end of Pi, so as science progresses, as our understanding of Pi, we still don't know the last number, if there is such a thing. So at the end of science, at the end of all understanding, came the harvest. So actual religion, divinity as such will have perished, I think. But they have been there for a while. But with the end, they die. I'm thinking that's it. We wrote this in a tongue you will understand, because obviously we don't understand them. I don't know. Words and melodies with a touch of coloring. We were there, we were here, we were there. And we'll remember mankind. The stars will be there. Eventually they will die though. But we were there and will remember mankind, because they have seen it all. Our kin, coming from the stars, made out of stardust, aeons ago. That's what I'm feeling. And now we are like 8 minutes in, and we haven't even reacted to the actual song yet. So, shall we just go for it? Here we go. I don't hear anything. I forgot to put on the sound. I'm stupid. Here we go.
And sunset, new world and thirst for the arcane.
So sad.
We are singers of the gone. We remember as along came life, a cradle earth, a rising sunset. Earth of one and a zillion sideshows. We are, we were, and we'll not
Oh my god. This is so good. This is so clean. This is almost sad. It's like she's singing about the loss of a family member, which is eventually like in the last bits our kin eons ago. Oh my god. That hit me more than I thought it would.
And a zillion sideshows. We are, we were, and we'll not be.
Nice.
We remember as a long game acorn, another birth, another masquerade.
So well done. Again.
In a world in thirst for the unseen, an empty suit, a starlight vigil.
Again, starlight vigil, right? So something that's watching over. Starlight vigil. The stars watching over. It has to be from the perspective of the stars. Come on.
For the unseen, an empty suit, a starlight vigil. We'll have a visit as along came heartbeat. Another birth, another monster.
Sea life.
Endless forms, towards the stronger menagerie of a new world order. We held our breath as a
Is there a cow?
suffering.
Goat? DNA? See this? I told you, the suffering, as alone came suffering. So I'm talking about carnivores, and what do we see? We see a Bengal tiger. Endangered? Yes, but we see a Bengal tiger. Or is that... No, that can't be. I was gonna say, like, it says status endangered, obviously. No, it can't be about them being endangered. As of yet in this song. The orangutan is endangered? Oh, wow. Wow. Wait, they're endangered?
We remember.
This is so strong. That little moment of reflection where they basically throw it in your face what is happening right now. These are animals we know. Like when you see an armadillo or you see the parrot or the orangutan, everybody knows them and they're endangered. I didn't fucking know that. I mean, I knew about the tiger and other animals. I knew that, but there's quite a few I didn't even know they were threatened at all. Damn. This is some dinosaur? Trying to figure out which one. I knew a lot about dinosaurs and I forgot.
Father Picaya gave the way as along
Sapien?
came Sapien. Cradle welcome in its newborn. AM sings that very first acorn.
Love this shot. Dutch? There's Dutch in there. Het ontstaan der soorten. So the coming of species. Wait, is that Darwin? I know that book. Poem. Death of all. That's the procession. Basically going through evolution now. Backwards. Love that. It starts anew. I think that's the final shot. Looks like everything breaks down and starts into something new. That's what it looks like to me. Nice. Okay. Let's go here a bit. I am not sure if I was dead on right with my interpretation of this, but I feel I got close. So let me know what you think. But I think I was close. I'm not sure. Like, this entire album is, in a good way, sort of a slap in the face. Right? It just really makes you look at yourself and reflect. Obviously, human nature, and these are elements we're not all aware of all the time, or at all. But this is, I think, a very good slap in the face, this song. Like, you basically see the inevitability, again, nice word, of evolution, and you see where you come from, and you see that they are actually very humble beginnings, right? If they're talking about Pikaya, which was basically an eel-like creature, that was us, like a really long time ago, but that was us. And the fact that we're killing off the animals around us. It's a good slap in the face, I think. This album just makes you look at yourself in a way that most of us haven't done yet, which I think is good. Very, very good. I think, like, in general, it's a good thing to just stop at somewhere. Just stop and listen to the things around you, to yourself. Just look inward. Look at who you are. I think that's a good thing. Like, and of course, like, these are world issues as well. If you see those animals being threatened, yes, you don't necessarily have the power to change all that on your own, but it does start with yourself, right? So if you do the things in a proper manner and inspire others to do the same, then eventually this tide might be turned. It might be averted. So maybe that's the message. I'm not sure. I liked it. I liked it a lot. This is a like when I started my Nightwish journey, I wouldn't have expected this to be Nightwish, to be honest. But it's good. I really do like it. I'm not just saying that, you know. I'm not that reactor that will say what I think you want to hear, right? I am giving you my opinions. I'm giving you my thoughts, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this video. I think. Not sure. I think I did. But this is good, and I liked it. If you liked it too, then by all means, please like, subscribe, and get notified even if you haven't done that yet. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, only one more thing to say. Viking out. Peace.